Hello guys, welcome to the video lecture on Introduction to Accounting. So our topic in today's video is about the term expenses and income. Now what we mean by the term expenses? Now an expense is the cost of operation that a company incurs in generating revenue. Now it is also referred to an expenditure which relates to outflow of money. So as a popular saying, it says that it costs money to make money. So from a point of view of an organization, if you are looking forward to generate revenue, you require to make certain cost of operations, which we can term it as an expense. So an expense can be defined as something which we require to pay, so or an organization or an individual which we require to pay either for goods, or we can say products which we have bought, which we have purchased, or else service which we have undertaken. So an expense is basically the amount of money which you are spending. Either you might have purchased a good, or else a product, or else services. Now expenses can also be termed something like cash outflow of money. So I can write this expense as outflow of money because you are making a certain amount of expense with cash going out from your pocket. So expenses can be termed as also cash outflow of money. Thus the definition states that an expense is basically cost of operation that a company incurs to generate revenue, and expenditure is an outflow of money. Why it's an outflow of money? Because cash is moving out from your pocket. So that is the reason why we say it's a cash outflow of money. And on the other side, where if we are purchasing any goods, products, or else we are paying for certain services, we basically is an expense from the point of view of an individual, or else from the point of view of a company. Now let's discuss about the next important point, which is relating to income. Now what is the definition of income, or rather what income means? Now income is the money that an individual or a business receives in exchange for providing goods or services, or through investing capital. Now income is used to fund day-to-day expenditures. Business income can also refer to a company's revenue, remaining revenue after paying all expenses and taxes. So what I mean by the term income? So it says that income is money that an individual or business receives, usually in exchange for providing. So you might have sold certain goods and services. You might have sold certain goods or services from the point of view of a company, and the money which you are going to receive, from the vendors is what is termed as income, usually in exchange for providing of goods. So you have sold goods, or else you have given certain services to someone, and thereafter you get certain sum of money, or else you earn certain sum of money from your investment or capital invested in certain projects. So income is used to fund day-to-day expenditure. So on the one side we had expenses, which we say that which we require to pay because we have purchased certain goods or products or services. Income on the other side is basically what we receive. Now on the one, if I have termed expenses to be cash outflow, then I can term income to be cash inflow of money. So I hope you have understood this basic concept of what is an expense and what is an income. And if you go to the last statement, business income can refer to a company's remaining revenue after paying all expenses and taxes. So once I deduct, that is what we say as the business income. So income is basically whatever I have received. I might have sold certain goods, or else I might have given certain services for which I require certain amount of money which a vendor is going to pay me, so I am going to receive. So this is what is said to be cash inflow. Now as what I said, expenses, in case of expenses we normally classify it under fixed expense, variable expense, and semi variable expense. Now this part will be discussed in later part of the video. In today's video, what we are going to discuss about two important terms which will be required with reference to expenses. I'm going to show it here. One we say as an outstanding expense. So let me show it here. So this is outstanding expense, two important concepts which you require to know. And the other part is a prepaid expense. So these are the two concepts which we require to know before we start on our discussion with reference to accounting. So one is outstanding expenses, and the second one is prepaid expenses. Now, what I mean by the term outstanding expenses, this is important. What I mean by the term outstanding expenses. Now, outstanding expenses means that an expense which is due but yet not paid. All expenses become outstanding when the company has taken the benefit but the related payment haven't been done. So what it means, what I mean by the term outstanding expenses, it means that service already delivered. Please understand, we are talking from the point of view of expenses. Service already delivered, but I am yet to make the payment. That means to say, I already have taken the service, but yet I haven't paid. Now just I give an example. Postpaid bill, postpaid telephone bill which are required to pay. So we have May, June, July and August as the 4 months. Now we are in the month of August. Now say for example, the telephone bill for the month of May was 2000 rupees, for the month of June was 2500 rupees, for the month of July is 3000 rupees. August we still haven't got the bill because we already have got the service. If I'm talking from the point of view of a postpaid connection, if I'm talking from the point of view of a postpaid connection, I have used the service for the month of May, and this 2000 rupees, when I'm going to pay? I'm going to pay by 10th of June. The next is, in the month of June, the total bill amount for my telephone, or the phone which I'm using, the postpaid phone which I'm using, the bill is 2500. I'm supposed to pay that particular amount by 10th of July. Now say for example, the bill for the month of July has been 3000 rupees and still I haven't paid that particular bill in the month of August. So what I mean to say, standing in the month of August, the due date of for payment that particular bill was 10th of August, but till date I haven't paid. So till date I haven't paid means to say, have I got the service? Yes, I got the service in the month of July. I was supposed to pay by 10th of August. So service already delivered. Vodafone postpaid service already delivered, but I am yet to make the payment. I haven't made the payment. Then such kind of things are said to be outstanding expenses. If you go back to the definition again, it says that is an expense which is due and has not been paid. So that is what is being highlighted, is not being paid. So service already delivered, but I am yet to make the payment. On the other side, let's talk about prepaid expense. Prepaid expenses means that it's just the reverse concept. I already have paid the amount. Service stands due. Now what I mean by saying this, let's take another example. Let's talk about from the point of view of a prepaid connection, Jio prepaid connection for internet and call purpose. Now I have already paid 350 rupees in the month of May, say for example, for a period of 3 months. So May, June, July, Jio is supposed to give me certain services because I have paid 300 rupees when I paid this 300 rupees in the month of May. So if I have paid 350 rupees in the month of May, I was supposed to get service for the month of May, 84 days. Let's consider 3 months, for the month of May, for the month of June, for the month of July. So I'm supposed to get service for 3 months. I already have paid the amount in advance. So I already have paid. But the service, that means Jio is supposed to provide me full service for the month of May, June as well as July. And again in the month of August, I require to maybe again recharge with rupees 350. And then only I can get service for the next 3 months. So this is an example of what I said as a prepaid expenses. Now what I mean by prepaid expense represents goods or services paid for upfront, where the company expects to use the benefit within the next 12 months. Now I haven't discussed with you about what I mean by accounting cycle or the time period for accounts, for maintaining books of accounts, the 12 months time period which we normally discuss, the January or December of this particular year, or we talk from the point of view of April to March of the next year, I will discuss about that particular accounting cycle afterwards, accounting period cycle afterwards. Now here, just to understand the basic concept, is that prepaid expenses, when we talk from the point of view, it basically talks about that amount which has been paid in the month of May, which is 350, and I already have paid this particular amount in advance, expecting I will be getting service for entire May, entire June, and entire July, because this particular connection or the amount of money which I have paid is for 84 days. So this talks about the two important classification, one with respect to outstanding expenses and prepaid expenses as two important concepts which we require to understand in coming days. Let's talk about from the point of view of income. Now income, which we were discussing, which talks about cash inflow of money, again can be classified under two broad heads. One is accrued income, one is accrued income, and the second one is pre-received income. So we require to understand this particular concept, what I mean by the term accrued income and pre-received income. Now accrued income is the income which has been earned but not yet received. Now what it means? So accrued income means that I already, now I'm talking from the point of view of income, which is cash inflow. I already has given service, or from the point of view of a company or an individual, but I am yet to receive the money or my income. So I already have given the service. That's what the definition says. That has been earned. So you already have earned because you are eligible to get that particular income because you have given the service, but not yet received. So income must be recorded in the accounting period in which it is earned. So we haven't discussed about accounting period yet. We will be discussing about this accounting period afterwards. Is that accrued income means that I already have given the service and I'm supposed to receive a certain sum of money. So that is what I said as accrued income. That means I have given my service. Now what I mean by pre-received income? Pre-received income means that sometimes earned revenue that belongs to a future accounting period is received in the current accounting period. Such income is considered as income received in advance. What I mean by saying is that if I have to explain in a simple way what I mean by the term pre-received income, I will say I already have received the income. That means I already have taken the income, maybe in advance I already have taken the amount of money. Yet service stands due. That means I already have taken the money as advance, but I still yet haven't given the service. So I require to give this particular service. So to sum up, we talked about expenses. We discussed about expenses and income. What we said, an expense is basically where whatever money which we are paying to buy goods and services, it can be termed as an expense. So in an organization, there can be fixed expense, variable expense, semi-variable expense. We will discuss in details when we will discuss the classification of expenses. Now the expenses can be with respect to raw materials, expenses can be with respect to wages, expenses can be related to factory expenses, advertisement expenses, all which relates to cash outflow of money. That means cash going out from the pocket or cash going out from the fund of the organization. On the other side, income, when you talk from the point of income, whatever amount of money which you are receiving, either you have sold certain goods or else services you have rendered. That is what is said to be cash inflow. So there are two important concepts, expenses and income, which is cash outflow versus cash inflow. On the other side, expenses, as to start on with, there are two important concepts which we require to understand. One is outstanding expense, another is prepaid expense. What is an outstanding expense? As I said, postpaid is an example of an outstanding expense. Now here, service already delivered. I already have delivered the service. I am yet to make the payment. Service already delivered means to say that I already have got the service. That means for the month of May, I have used the phone. For the month of June, I have used the phone. I am paying in the month of July. I am paying in the month of August. So this is what is said to be outstanding. In the month of August, standing in the month of August, I still haven't paid this particular amount. So I said for the month of August, it stands due. And when it stands due, I can term it as an outstanding expense. On the other side, when we're talking from the point of view of prepaid expense, I already have paid the amount. Like for example, we talked about Jio prepaid. That for the month of May, I already have paid 350 rupees for a period of 84 days. Let's consider it to be 3 months. So May, June, July, I already have paid for the next 3 months. So I'm 100% sure I'm going to get service for the next 3 months. So I already have paid the amount and service is due, and the service stands due means to say I'm supposed to get service for the next 3 months. So this is what a prepaid expense means. It's just an example like a prepaid recharge. On the other side, income, we are explaining on two important concepts. One is known as accrued income, another is known as pre-received income. Now when we are talking from the point of accrued income, I mean to say that I already have given the service. That means service already delivered to you. But you are yet to give me the money. So it's an income. No? I'm going to receive the money. So I have given my service. I'm yet to receive the money. That can be termed as an accrued income. Now what is a pre-received income? Just the reverse condition. That I already have taken the money in advance. The full money might be in advance. And service stands due. So this is what is said to be a pre-received income. I hope the concept is clear with respect to what is an expense and what is an income. And the basic concepts about outstanding expense, prepaid expense, accrued income and pre-received income. So in our next class, we will discuss with the next concept with respect to sundry debtors and sundry creditors. Till then, thank you. Have a nice day.